So by the way, this is kahunka.
Kahunka.
Which is actually a Brazilian carranca, which you put on the helm of your boat to ward off evil spirits.
Oh, okay. Is it like he's carved to look so ugly that they'll...
Well, that's what Gage told me. He said he's supposed to look so scary that it's good.
Hey,
what's going on, man?
Nothing. Oh, sorry I'm so late and sweaty.
Yeah. Does it have anything to do with that massive bag of rock salt that you just hauled in here?
Oh, yeah. Remember that surefire plan I had to sell rock salt to Mexican cartels and tell them it was cocaine?
No.
Well, I had this surefire plan that I was going to take rock salt and tell Mexican cartels that it was cocaine.
Okay.
But they definitely tried it right there on the spot, and it was definitely rock salt, so I'm just going to chill out here for a little bit. Oh, it's podcast day.
I was just going to say, what do you mean chill out here? You were supposed to be here.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm here.
A while ago.
I hope you prepared your segment because we take this very seriously.
No, it's prepared.
It's prepared? All right.
For sure.
Oh, mine isn't.
There just might be some guys that come by. Mm-hmm. Just do not tell them I'm here.
Okay, what if they open the door and they see you? Am I supposed to deny that you're here?
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Okay.
We're taking the shaggy defense with these guys today.
All right.
Yeah, so just ignore everything that's happened. Let's get right into it.
Okay.
What's the topic this week?
Well, the topic this week is going to be superhero movies.
Okay.
Everybody loves superhero movies. I don't know why. Most of them are bad. They're horrible for the most part.
Whoa. Save it for discussion there, Quickster.
Oh.
Let's jump right in. Okay, whose segment do we want to do first?
Oh, were you hinting at me? Me doing my segment first? I'll do mine first. Shh. It's fine.
Sounds like we have a clear consensus.
It's fine.
Whose segment is going first?
And that neither of us wants to be the first, so...
It's fine.
I never said I didn't want to be the first.
Not in so many words.
Oh, okay.
Well, do you want to do yours first?
Well, no, you've already said you're going to do yours first. It's only fair.
Well, now I don't want to because you've just told me to do mine first.
Maybe we do yours
Mine
first?
is ready to go. It's
okay,
chomping at the bit.
All right, Sam's segment first.
All right. So as you know, I listen to Top 40.
Well, no, you have to do a boisterous intro for your segment. Like the name of the segment in like a... This week!
All right. This week on Sam's Top 40 Breakdown.
Top 40 Breakdown.
Top 40 Breakdown.
Well, it's no... What's his face who's dead? He voiced Shaggy.
Casey Kasem?
There we go. I should know that. He's like my favorite voice actor, but he's dead now, so I can't be bothered to remember a dead man's name. So,
okay,
this week, the trend that I've noticed the most, a couple pop songs that come to mind, are Major Lazer featuring Justin Bieber and Mo, Cold Water, and Don't Let Me Down by the Chainsmokers featuring Daya. And
I know who... You've named 4 artists. I know who one of them is.
All right.
I've heard both of those songs about 15 times today.
Yes. They're not... Either of them are not especially great songs.
No, they're not.
Major Lazer does what he does best, which is vaguely uplifting lyrics fused to a reggae-type beat.
Okay, I've never heard... Can I try and simulate?
Yes.
You can follow your dreams!
Well, the only thing that Major Lazer ever says in his own songs is always, Major Lazer.
Oh, okay.
So we get it that it's Major Lazer right off the bat.
Why do they do that?
Well, it's
so you know who it is.
Yeah, it was at a time when everybody's doing a very similar type of music. You have to say your own name.
Oh, okay, because the people know it.
The Beatles never had to be like, it's the Beatles.
I was gonna say,
yeah, they never.
Where the Beatles?
Until the Monkeys came.
John Lennon, rocking the house.
Hit them with it, Paul. Yeah.
John Lennon.
So, anyways, these two songs.
I've kicked the mic stand 2 times now, though.
Usain Bolt in the studio today.
So anyways,
God meta winner.
Yeah. So anyways, these two songs and a few others that come to mind, Bang My Head by David Guetta featuring Sia. All of these songs are starting to cop like the electric guitar with heavy reverb and delay from like U2 and Angels and Airwaves.
Okay.
And they're fusing it to like a dance type beat. And I like that when it works, but it's also a really lazy way of like thickening your synths. And it's like, it doesn't connect with me like it should. And I'm waiting for the next cycle of like songs like Dangerous Woman by Ariana Grande, where they have like a waltz and a guitar solo and like a generally like old school
Oh,
vibe.
but it's mostly going to be crap.
Oh, it's mostly going to be crap. That's the rewarding part of top 40s, because when a song comes on and you go, I like this song.
Sorry, I'm
so rare.
a 65-year-old man, and I only listen to Aerosmith. That's the only band. And AC/DC.
Aerosmith has the privilege of being the worst band in every decade.
Pretty much. That's why I picked that. I'm like, what's a classic band that has no right to be called classic?
Their greatest hits span 3 decades, and there's no career arc for them. Like, it's like bad music, bad music. Bad
like
music.
Dream On's okay when you're going through a phase of your childhood where you're like, this is what rock and roll can be?
Oh, I never went through that. I saw Armageddon. I'm like, this is probably an alright song that they did, so...
Right off the
Every
bat.
time I look in the mirror.
That's alright. I mean...
That's okay. Well, you get the guitar is what you're coming in for.
Sweet Emotion has good harmony.
Okay, Sweet Emotion's a good song. Maybe Aerosmith's not the travesty I thought it was.
Anyways, that's Sam's top 40 breakdown. Be on the lookout for...
So everyone's doing reggae, synth, electric guitar music.
I have
Yes.
noticed the reggae thing. That's
Yeah.
Do you like these songs?
I like the guitar part to Cold Water because it's got a lot of like hammer-ons and pull-offs. It's very like nice sounding. I like electric guitar fused with dance. But in general, they're kind of guilty pleasure songs where you listen to it and you're like, all right, I don't feel bad after listening to it. You know what I mean?
Well, it's no J-pop, that's for sure. So
Thank God.
For a 65-year-old man, you like J-pop?
I sure do. I love everything Japanese.
Well, that's the end. Finish your segment.
That's the end of my segment. Be on the lookout for more of that because that seems to be an up-and-coming fad. So
And what
Yeah,
was
music. It's something that's always coming out.
what
it
was
seems.
fuck you? What was the name of your segment?
Sam's top 40 breakdown.
Can you be excited about Sam's Top 40 Breakdown?
For fuck's sake, he's not Macho Man Randy Savage.
Ooh, I'm gonna give you the breakdown of the top 40 songs going on the radio right now.
Tully! Everybody has a Macho Man. And
On balance, off balance, don't matter.
180 degrees.
Anyways, that's all for Sam's top 40 breakdown.
There we go.
Hamming it up. All right.
Oh!
Hey, bud, that's the rock salt, right?
Yep,
You know
that's-
that's not the cocaine that
No,
you're
I know,
implying
I'm not-
that it was to the drug cartel?
Yeah, I'm not high at all.
So, okay, so why'd you do that?
I thought maybe it had something in it. It's got sodium in it, right? That could get you going.
We better ask our friend who's a scientist. He'd probably know.
Well, he's not here. He's up doing science things.
Oh, yeah, that's probably why he's not in the salt.
Can he
mine.
tell me why my nose is bleeding?
Well, it's probably because you put salt in there just now.
Cause and effect. Yeah, definitely the two are correlated.
Well, because it's not supposed to be there.
Oh,
People don't do that. People don't do that.
I've just done it.
Yeah, well...
The Mexicans I tried to sell it to, they definitely did it.
Well, yeah, well, they did a line? I thought they just touched it on
No,
the tip
that's
of
in the
their tongue.
movies. They did a full line of it. And I was
Damn.
like, what if that was bad cocaine? And they're like, well, it is. And I'm like, okay, that's fair.
Did their noses start bleeding as
No,
well?
they think they have like a callus built up inside their nostrils because they do it a lot.
Because, like, legitimate cocaine, still not great for your nose.
No.
Yeah.
A lot like rock salt, but it does get you high.
Yeah. Rock salt, I can totally see not getting you high at all.
No, and it doesn't.
It doesn't.
I can attest to that.
Obviously.
What's our next segment?
What?
Rock, paper, scissors for it?
Oh, okay.
Ooh, we got a Rochambeau match
All right,
going.
ready?
No. This. I'm doing this from Tremors.
On shoot, ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right.
All right, go ahead.
I've kicked the mic stand again. All right, my segment is called Jared Leto News. This week in Jared Leto news, lots of Jared Leto news.
So I've heard.
The most Jared Leto news there's ever been in a single week.
Most likely. I didn't know he existed before this movie
He's
came out.
dominating this news cycle. Let me tell
Yes. Him and
I mean, for people who don't care about real news, but...
him and terrorism, right up there, number 1 and 2 on the trending topics. Jared Leto is so angry about Suicide Squad. He came out and...
I mean, so was I.
Well, him even more so, because I guess he thinks that he did a good job in it.
He was in it, I guess. So
I guess that's up for discussion. We can discuss if he's good or not. But he said, fuck them. When people were like, what do you think about the Warner Brothers executives? And he's like, fuck them, yo. And like, he's in 30 Seconds to Mars, so you know that if he thinks something's bad, it's probably bad.
Well, that means war. Like if he...
This.
Oh.
I see what you did.
Yeah.
And then, so he's like, and then he says he was tricked into the film. I don't know.
So was I.
I don't know how.
Into seeing that film.
Here's how I think them tricking him was like. I think he was already in Joker makeup, and then David Ayer tranked him, and he's like, "You must act in this knife room. You better laugh." That's why he did such a poor job, because he's trying to get fired because he was tricked.
This footage will be unusably bad.
Yeah,
and then it was usably.
It was
bad.
used.
Yeah.
He's like, you won't be able to use it, and they're like, you want to bet, Jared?
Well, how about that interviewer who must have...
We paid for the Joker, we're gonna film him.
The interviewer who must have been like, oh, we know Jared Leto doesn't like, is unhappy with the film. What do you think of the studio executives? Like, they're just waiting.
Well, then there's one where it's like, they asked him something, and he goes, oh, did they leave me in the film at all? And he goes, what do you mean? He goes, like, did they leave any of my scenes in the movie? I'm like, damn, Jared.
Well, he hasn't seen it. You know that, right? He hasn't seen the movie.
So he's bitching about something he hasn't seen?
Well, because people have told him, they're like, wow, you did a really great job in the 7 minutes you were in it. He says, I'm sorry, excuse me, 7 minutes?
How has he not seen it? Does he have better things to do?
Well, I think part
He's
of
in
it
a
is...
rock band, Gage.
I think part of it is
Barely.
he doesn't want to see it.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck him then. Part 2 of Jared Leto news. Jared Leto's going to be in the new Blade Runner movie.
Oh, dear.
I hope that he is Roy Batty, and so I get a Tears in the Rain speech, but significantly worse.
Oh, do your replicant impersonation
of Jared Leto?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get into character.
Well, this is you pretending to be Jared Leto, pretending to be a replicant.
Yeah. Okay.
With layers here. Go.
Okay, so let me get into character. I need a dead rat. So I'm holding a dove, right? I'm looking deep into Harrison Ford's eyes.
Okay, I'll be Harrison Ford.
Okay, I'm just deep, and I open up my mouth, and I go, ah, 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 ah.
And me as Harrison Ford, I'm still drinking my cup of water.
No, he's got Schlitz. He's just not getting paid enough for this movie.
Oh, he's probably getting paid enough. He just says... Do you think he changed his mind after he almost died in that plane crash?
Yeah, well, no, because
I better act in as much shit as I can possibly be in before people forget about me.
Before they kill me? Do you think Hollywood's trying to kill Harrison Ford?
I don't think Harrison Ford much cares about being forgotten. He seems like pretty misanthropic as it is. Where he's sort of like, he tolerates interviews and he tolerates other people. No,
he doesn't tolerate them. Have you seen him in the Star Wars press junket? What's it like to be back in the character? And he goes, they gave me a bunch of money to be here. And they're like, oh, okay, well, you must really like it. I like the money they give me. I could give a shit less about Ham Solo. That's Jared Leto News.
What do you think you're doing with Kahunka?
I'm going to use him to crush up more rock salt.
It's already crushed.
Yeah, but if I can get it into a finer powder...
It's just still rock salt. Put Kahunka back. You're going to...
Listen, I'm just gonna crush up some rock salt.
No. You listen. You don't need to... You could crush them up...
I don't even need this.
Wait, there's a hammer right there.
Well, I just used my gat I got.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How did you even get that in here?
Oh, it's a gun. I see now. All right.
He threw me off with his 1940s gangster parlance, but after I saw that it was a firearm, I was like...
I brought the gun with me to the meeting with the Mexicans.
How'd that go?
And
wait, it went poorly. That's why I'm here. I mean, I'm here to record the podcast, of course.
So you didn't just shoot them?
Well, no, there's no bullets in the gun. You see, I only had so much room in the area I was using to smuggle it in.
Where you point that while you're crushing the
There's no bullets in it.
I don't believe you. We've already seen that, like, you make poor choices as you're
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Alright, let's just ignore that, because he did it again.
Alright.
I think he's just doing this for it.
Do you guys want some of this?
No.
But I think we should move into our next segment here.
Alright.
And that will be my segment, and that is Ridley Scott, the amazing rubber band man, Ripley's Believe It or Not. Never before have I seen a movie director be able to stretch in one direction and then fire in the exact opposite direction in such a short amount of time.
Wait, can we get an example of this?
Oh, no, I was just saying he's a rubber band man. I wasn't going to give you any examples.
Well, of course, give me an example.
Of course I'm giving you an example. So first of all, this might be most obvious in his film Prometheus, where he said, well, you know what? I'm not going to put the alien in it at all. And then he does the exact opposite of that and just fucking jams the alien right in there. So what he said is, alright, so I know Prometheus, I gave in, and I put an alien right at the end. Just to get those fanboys nice and hard. Like me, he was talking about
Ridley
me.
Scott, I did it all for the erections.
Well, okay, what would have been the ending of Prometheus without an alien? Because it was building up to that, right? They were
No.
They're poking around in the ship, and they were like,
They get lost, even though they have a map.
Exactly. What are these pods? What's going on? Blah blah blah. What would have been a satisfying conclusion to an alien? Quote.
Well, it was written by Damon Lindelof, so the satisfying ending I wanted was they all meet in a church.
All right. I cared far too much about Lost for far too long. I still can't laugh at Lost jokes.
So he said, but you know what? This time in my new movie, which was originally not even called Alien,
It's called Alien Paradise Lost.
No, it's just called Paradise Lost.
Oh. No, I thought it was called Alien... Oh, was it called Paradise Lost? Because I remember seeing artwork for the official poster for Alien Paradise
Well,
Lost.
hold on. He's not rubber banded yet. Let me get there.
I am so sorry.
So he basically said, no, this movie will not... We're getting even further away from the alien. And then he decided at some point, wow, nobody's going to watch this fucking movie because nobody would be invested in just some random movie. Nobody will care. So to make money, because that's what I'm doing this for, I'm going to... And he's going to shoot right back and be, hey, guess what? The alien is in this one. And the thing he said is, oh, yep, we got every stage. We got the egg, we got the face hugger, we got the chest burster, and we got the big boy himself. His exact words, he called the fully grown alien the big boy himself.
So he assumed the alien's gender.
Well, okay, not only is that kind of funny because the alien is just a giant rape penis monster.
Mm-hmm.
It is literally an angry penis with arms and legs.
Yes, so that he calls it the big boy himself. Oh, that's the last thing I want that's the last thing I want you to
We got
reference
every stage. We got the egg, we got the tiny rape monster, and then we got the giant cock of death himself, the alien.
Yeah, so he rubber banded faster than any... And further, yes. Right across the room.
Is anybody calling him out on this, or is anybody just...
We're doing it right now, Sam.
Here's the thing. What? How can you call out Ridley Scott? How can you be like, hey, dude, you're really backpedaling? He's going to go, well, yeah, so do you want me to put the alien in it or not? And I'd go, well, you know, that is what I want. I do want the alien in the film. But I'm just mad that you couldn't stick with one thing. Well, do you want the alien in the film or not? Jeez, you're doing this, aren't you? I guess I'll take what I can get with the alien, but I'm not happy with it. And I probably won't be with what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. So, like, I'm aware that, like, Alien was directed by Ridley Scott, Aliens by James Cameron. How much control did Ridley Scott have over, like, the franchise in general?
Zero.
Absolutely none, which is why he's doing it. This is why he...
Yeah, then why is he the figurehead?
Okay, well, because
he's got to restore his canon.
Yeah, because he heard Neil Blomkamp was going to totally make the bestest, more coolest Aliens movie than him. And he says, no, but Prometheus failed, and I have to make a good Alien movie before I fucking dump the franchise.
Or before he dies, because isn't he 92?
Well, he's getting up there, definitely.
I mean, all of his brothers are dead.
Yeah, that's true.
Old Tony's gone. We go get Top Gun 2.
Are you calling out Ridley Scott's brothers for dying?
No, I'm just saying. We only got so much time for Ridley Scott to ruin his franchises.
So he is being the child on the playground, saying, no, give me back Alien, Neil. I'm making the Alien movie, not you. And Neil Blomkamp's like, oh, okay, I guess.
That's okay. My movies have been declining in quality.
I'm sure my Alien movie will be better than whatever you produce, so that's okay. If it's not, then I'll be really disappointed that I'm really plugging Neil Blomkamp right now. I'm gonna
Yeah, you probably shouldn't put all your cards on Neil Blomkamp.
while I'm doing it right now, I'm gonna send him a nasty letter if that Alien movie isn't any good.
Alright, so I'm gonna bookmark this moment, and then I'm gonna use that against you if the movie's bad.
Oh, you can do that? I won't even try and deny it. I will say
You
yes.
won't Shaggy defense me?
I will not. I'll say
This
yes.
is what somebody says before they pull the Shaggy defense.
No,
Yeah.
I will say yes. That was completely and 100% my fault for saying Neil Blomkamp could succeed in making an Alien film. It was my fault. It was me as a fanboy wanting the Alien films to succeed.
So are you saying that Neil Blomkamp is going to make a good Alien movie?
Yes.
Or that he will make a better one than Ridley Scott?
Both.
Okay. So it's
Okay.
not... The bar isn't just Ridley Scott.
All
the
cards
bar,
on the table.
The bar is better than
I
Alien
hope Chappie's
3.
in it. Ooh, no, I hope Shoto Copley does the voice for the alien.
No! Stop it!
Wait. Beep, beep. We got signals. Do you hear that? Hello? And Shoto is coming to eat you. I have big mouth, little mouth, and a razor tail. I'm coming for you. Oh my god, that sounds horrifying.
is Chap-
Shoto is coming.
Is Chappie becoming Dutch?
What? No, he's South African. I did not fuck that prawn. Ooh, what if it cuts to the alien fucking a prawn? Jesus. Ooh, Shuttle is fucking the prawn. Oh my god, the alien's here. It's a horrifying beast, and it's just like running around going, Shuttle, it's the what do you want?
It's got a prawn strapped onto it, helpless. Well, that's the lore to District 9. The prawns had to escape being fucked into oblivion by the xenomorph.
That would be interesting, so they won't do it. Did you know that Blade Runner and Alien are in the same universe?
Oh.
And there's a screen in Prometheus, and it's an email from the Tyrell Corporation, and it's like, hey Waylon, we're building these robots. Want to know what you think? See you later. P.S. I love you.
But aren't there already androids in the Alien films? So are you saying there's two different kinds of robots running around?
Yeah.
Well, now that's just ridiculous. You know that in any type of sci-fi franchise, you can only have one type of...
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, because Ash is a robot, and he's been hired by the company, right? And then Bishop, they're like, we're super cool with Bishop being here. So it wouldn't make sense.
Because they worked out all the kinks.
Yeah, so it wouldn't make sense. I guess Blade Runner's 2017. So those are like the first generation of replicants.
Oh, sure, I guess. We'll give this we'll stamp it pass. It's not an A.
No, it's
but
Jared
it's a
Leto.
pass.
They had to work out the kinks where it kept laughing and going inside knife rooms.
No, remember they forced him to do that. Do you think they drugged
No, the replicant Jared Leto would do it voluntarily.
No, they drugged him and said these knives will come after you if you do not act this scene out.
They're just like shining lights in his face. Ah, you're the Joker! You're the Joker! Ah, 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 ah. Oh, now you're a robot! Tears in the rain!
Jared Leto has a large, vast, invisible number of handlers who are always
They're always
prodding
prodding
him in
him.
every direction. Write another shitty rock song. Okay.
Jared Leto has stories? Deep cut Chappie references today.
You know what? I don't want to go off on Chappie, but the one thing I will say about Chappie, the movie would have been halfway decent had Die Antwoord not been in that film.
Isn't it Die Antwoord?
I don't care.
Because they're German?
No, they're South African.
That's close enough.
No!
They're probably Afrikaans then, which is like Dutch.
Sure, it doesn't really matter, but they were horrible in the film. They were in more of the film than Chappie.
Chappie was tricked into being in Chappie. Fuck the studio, Chappie says.
Do you think they drugged Chappie and put him in a room with Die Antwoord and said, if you don't act, Die Antwoord
Shoto is a robot? Shoto's a robot!
Die Antwoord will make a music video making fun of you like they did with Lady Gaga, and then Lady Gaga said, who are these people? And then everybody said, oh yeah, who are these people? Well, we're Die Antwoord. We're like, yeah, who are you? Oh, you mean those two meth heads that live in South Africa?
Aren't they playing themselves in the movie?
Yes, that's the worst part.
I haven't seen it. I've seen Elysium, and it was really heavy-handed, but like the special effects were really good in it. So I'm like, I'll give it a pass.
He's ninja, which he's really not locking down which he wants to be. So either you're going to be the white trash meth head person, you're going to be the South African white trash person, or you're going to be a Japanese ninja. You can't be all of them.
You can't be a Renaissance man like Jared Leto.
No.
He's got a band. He's a rock and roller. He's got AIDS.
Do you think they?
He's the Joker.
Do you think they call each other Ninja and Diantword? Do you think they bounce ideas off of each other?
Isn't Ninja in Diantword? Diantfed?
Yeah.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Him and Jared Leto.
You said Ninja and Diantword like they were two separate entities.
No, this is Jared Leto.
One of them
playing.
is named Diantword.
No, this is Jared Leto playing.
Oh, he's
Diantword.
researching the role?
Yes.
Like he's actually doing meth? And they're prodding him?
Well,
you're in a South African metal band! Ah!
No, it's a rap group.
Is it a rap group?
It's not metal, it's rap. It's like some type of...
Well, you didn't have to correct me, okay?
Well, no, I do, because people have to know that they're bad. Like, that doesn't need to exist.
Well, that's...
I don't remember what her... Oh, Yolandi. Yolandi Spritzer.
That sounds like a porn name.
I'm sorry, Yolandi Visser is what it is, and it's with $2 signs.
Is Spritzer a good porn name?
No.
No?
No, that's horrible. That sounds like you're spritzing.
I don't like the vulgar porn names, like Sarah Squirt. I'm just like, come on.
Yeah. It's a little too visceral.
Yeah.
One's like Nikki Love or something like that. You're like, I know.
That's trashy, though. That gives off a trashy vibe.
Yeah, but...
Anytime you have more than one X in your name is unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or an alliteration.
Jenna
like,
Ivory, classy.
Like, I like the, Danny Daniels. Like,
yes.
That sounds good.
Like the Marvel names, like Marvel porn stars.
Peter Parker, yeah, he definitely...
Speaking of Visceral Studios, it used to be my favorite game development studio.
Wait, we're still in the same Ridley Scott, the Rubber Band Man segment.
Oh,
yeah, you didn't
no, I'm going to
remember.
rubber band right back to Ridley Scott. So don't worry.
Okay.
The segment isn't over yet. Or maybe it is, and we're just segueing into other things now.
Heyo.
We don't know.
We can't have natural segues on this show.
We most definitely can.
It has to be overly edited.
Oh, so we have to...
All right, hey guys, here we are again.
That was an edit point.
Is that a gun? Anyway, I just kind of wanted to say Visceral Studios, disappointment.
What did they make?
Dead Space and Dead Space 2, great games.
Yeah, Dead Space 3, hot garbage.
Oh, Dead Space 3, considering it's on a snow planet, steamiest pile of shit. Melted all the snow on that planet with how steamy it was. It was so hot, just melted right to the core of the planet that Dead Space 3 is on and destroyed it. The whole entire thing. That whole game was pointless.
Do you know what else has snow in it? Superhero movies.
Oh,
Good
yes,
one.
like
That's this week's topic of the week: superhero movies.
we already said that was going to be the topic.
I know. That's
Bring it back. Bring it back around.
The audio. Okay,
That's the segment that we're on.
Okay, I know that most movies do like, hey, here's a dumb audience. I like to imagine that anybody who's going to listen to this is not too horribly stupid, so they'd be like, oh, I remember at the beginning of the show when they said superhero segment.
Let's talk about your favorite superhero movie.
Okay. My favorite superhero movie is...
Superman 1978. That's my thing. I interrupt Sam. That's my bit.
Oh, that's going to be...
Oh,
that's
no,
going
I'm
to be
just
a
kidding.
comedy gold mine.
I'm sorry,
sorry.
your bit?
What's it? No.
Are we
Your
doing jokes?
Like
Your
a
gaff?
like a gaff, yeah.
Okay, so favorite superhero
Had that
movie,
off
Sam.
at the pass. All right. My favorite superhero movie is also my favorite movie, and it's Superman, the 1978 version with Christopher Reeves, and Margot Kidder, and
And you forgot about Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman, of course.
Come here, Superman, so I can get your DNA. Make a clone. Fight on the moon.
Superman 4 is not in my list.
That's not your favorite movie?
No. Not that it's not a thrill ride that has almost half the budget of the original Superman.
You know what? I mixed that up with one line in that movie with... Remember in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie where he goes, Godspeed, Spider-Man? Mm-hmm. For some reason, I imagine Adam Man goes, Godspeed, Superman. Like he leaves him on the moon. Godspeed, Superman. Because it has Gene Hackman's voice. Mm-hmm. For no reason.
And it's the worst ADR. It's...
Well, because you know that guy was like, I'm powered by the sun. You do not understand.
Christopher Reeve slumps down in the director's chair. Okay, we're gonna fix this.
Oh, that's right. He directed Superman.
Oh, because he had a real bone to pick with nuclear energy, let me tell you.
What a brave stance to take. Well, remember when they're like, Superman's hair holds up 1,000 pounds, and Lex Luthor comes in with like a shitty pair of scissors and cuts it.
Well, okay. Superman 3 doesn't get enough attention.
That's the Richard Pryor one?
Superman 3, a Richard Pryor film.
Where it turns into a horror movie, the last 25 minutes.
I haven't seen that.
It's bad.
A woman is violently turned into a robot, and it's like the most horrific robot you've ever seen.
Okay.
And as a kid, it scared the shit out of me.
Okay.
But it was effective because Superman shows up and beats her up.
Like Johnny Five?
Johnny Five's not scary.
Oh.
You think Johnny Five is scary?
Anyway, let's continue on.
Is it his voice? Lane, I'm coming for you while you sleep. Johnny Five is alive, but soon you won't be.
Is it really hot in this? It's very hot in here now that you're doing a Johnny Five impression.
That was hot before. So Superman 1.
Superman 1. Rewatching it as like an adult, I realized that it lags a bit in the middle, but it really does Superman's origin well. Marlon Brando knocks it out of the park, reading his lines straight off of Baby Superman's diaper. True story. He did not memorize any of his lines for the movie.
Yeah, he's just sitting in a chair. Color.
You will go far, my little color.
I like that movie because one, it's colorful, and John Williams did the music.
John Williams did the music. So
Perry White knows how to run a newspaper.
They do the newspaper scenes always feel like very like there's a very good contrast between like big city and like Smallville. You feel like he's made the move.
Well, and that movie is good because there's the scene where Superman says, "Oh, I could play football and I could beat everybody." And his dad goes, "You were sent here for a reason, and it was not to play football."
Exactly.
And then he dies, and he's like, "Oh, I can't save everyone."
Exactly. Yeah.
Boom,
So
got it visually.
you have his motivation really powerfully. That's the engine that like powers him.
No, it's the sun.
Okay, fair enough.
How about that scene where he fights Doomsday at the end?
That's one of the reasons that Batman vs Superman is like my least favorite movie is because I wasn't excited at all when I saw it, and I was like, "Fuck you! This is Batman and Superman. I should be like pissing my pants."
How about when Man-Bat comes out of the mausoleum to attack?
Stop
Batman?
it, Lane. We'll talk about that later. No, I do like that.
How about that part where we see the old Robin suit where it has all the Joker stuff written on it? Do you think Jared Leto did that himself? I bet you he did.
That was supposed to not have that written on there, and then Jared Leto snuck on set, and they're like, "God damn it, Leto!"
I bet they held him at knife point and said, "If you don't write something on that, if you don't act, I don't know." What
Anyway, I like that movie. I still quote, "Don't look, just fly." I like that. Superman 1, fine movie in my book. It's a gem of its era. You have to go in with context.
Exactly. It feels very 70s. The double Jeopardy scene, the scene with the engine that gets knocked out by lightning. Like it felt really cool as a kid because for a while the story takes its time meandering through that. You see what Superman does as Superman, and then you get the
and he doesn't frown the entire movie. He's always smiling. Like he saves somebody from like a burning bus and they're shaking and they're smoking. You shouldn't do that. Smoking kills. Like I like conservative Boy Scout Superman. We'll never get that again.
No. Yeah.
As long as visionary director Zack Snyder has anything to say. Lane, what's your favorite superhero movie?
I think.
And why is it Blade 2?
Well, it's not Blade 2.
Why is it Spawn?
Motherfucker.
Gage did it to me. I get to do it to you.
Wow, it's Spawn?
Well, so here's the thing. I do not read a lot of superhero comics. I'm more of a manga, which is Japanese comic books for all you baka gaijin.
Aren't you like a 65-year-old man?
Well, yes, but I love Spawn and the Japanese comics.
Okay.
I'm Hayao Miyazaki.
Your interests don't match up at all with like demographics or do you like anything like crossword puzzles or Green Acres or anything that's 65?
Oh, I like Green Acres.
It's the place to be.
I like golf, but I don't like playing it. I just like really messing up the turf when I play. Like I
tearing it up.
I purposely miss. I'm like, oh damn.
So you're kind of an anti-hero at the golf course, much like Spawn is an anti-hero.
Exactly.
I'm Segway Man.
There we go.
So it is one of the worst movies I have ever seen. Because this was like right on the cusp of when CGI was like.
What year did Spawn come out? I want to say like 96?
I was gonna say 97. Yeah, right around there.
Because Jurassic Park ruined movies.
The biggest lie Jurassic Park ever convinced. What's that thing? The biggest thing Satan ever did.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That what?
The biggest lie. What? No, what is it? Oh, the best trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
The best trick Jurassic Park ever pulled was making people think it was CG and that we were that advanced.
Yeah.
We're not even there yet.
No. A lot of that was Stan Winston practical effects.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Stanny boy. I'm sorry they ruined the Predator while you were still alive.
I'm sorry you couldn't have worked on the Spawn film. Boy, that would have been really cool, actually.
Would have been a real step down, but still.
What?
Would have made.
Can you imagine the cape?
Oh my god. Can you imagine how much better Malbosia would have looked, and not like a fucking piece of clay that they just threw up on the screen with a flame overlay?
It looks like Reptile in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
No,
it's the first Mortal Kombat
No,
movie's
stop.
got Reptile.
I want if anybody is listening to this, and you can access the internet, go look up what Malbosia looks like from the Spawn film.
No, everyone is born in their DNA knowing what Malbosia from Spawn looks like, and it's like, don't ever do that again.
Well, I know I was, because no one else likes Spawn as much as me for no reason
It's the weird
at
white
all.
furred monkey looking thing, right?
Well, he's brown and then has like a white mullet thing.
It's amazing.
He's like and the worst part is he's supposed to be like the devil. I'm like, well, I get he's like big and scary, I guess. Like he's kind of scary. The Violator would have been a scary devil, but I like that the Violator, they just kind of throw him around. They're like, no, he's around.
Did you know when John Leguizamo was...
Stop it! No, stop it! I'm gonna get there. That's my thing. So, and that's the other part, is that John Leguizamo as the clown, that is an awesome costume.
Yeah.
That is an amazing costume.
Looks like my dad.
What? Well, okay.
What my dad should look like.
Well, I wouldn't come over to your house ever if I...
Well, you can't, because we can never leave this salt.
Well, I know, but that's the thing, is if I ever could go over to your house and I knew your father looked like John Leguizamo playing the
He comes
clown,
up, hey, you kids want some pizza?
I would.
And you, 65-year-old man, would you like a pizza?
I would be horrified.
Yeah.
And then like the Spawn costume was all right, and I've talked about this before. In the comics, I much prefer Spawn when he doesn't have the suit over him, where he has like skeleton man, like burnt skeleton man face.
Who plays Spawn?
Michael J. White.
Yeah, Michael J. White, who is doing nothing. So
I kicked the mic stand again.
he says, "Yeah, if you do another Spawn movie, hit me up. You know, I'm doing absolutely.
I'm doing Falcon Rising too.
Oh, oh my god!
You want to review Falcon Rising at some point?
Well, yeah, actually, yeah, that would be a good one.
I like Michael J. White.
Wait, why would we be reviewing it?
Yeah, we'd have to get into the break room where that other asshole is, and
with all the video equipment.
Yeah, I hate that guy. Fuck, that guy sucks. I hate that guy. Anyway, continuing on with Spawn here.
Well, what'd you think about that guy dressed up as Martin Sheen? You know that actor who looks and sounds nothing like Martin Sheen?
Noah, I'm pretty sure you're mistaken.
Wait,
That's Martin Sheen. Do you know how I know how that's Martin Sheen?
how?
My great grandmother
Goes to church.
goes to
with
church
Martin
with him.
Sheen. Did she ask him about Spawn?
Oh, that's her favorite film.
While we're at church talking about the devil, what was it like working on Spawn?
Did John Leguizamo actually eat that piece of pizza with the maggots on it?
Oh, he did. I don't know what Martin Sheen sounds like.
Oh, he did.
Martin Sheen sounds like Richard Nixon.
Saigon. I can't believe I'm still in Saigon. I'm not even doing it right. That's just a line from the film. From Spawn. He says that in Spawn.
Yeah.
it's a globe-trotting adventure.
I don't even remember the name of the character. You think I should remember this because I'm a big Spawn fan.
I used to know it.
It doesn't matter. Spawn doesn't matter anymore.
He's the president in the film?
No,
He's
not.
this character from West Wing?
No, he's not the president. He's the...
I always thought it weird that they named the president West Wing in West Wing.
Oh, yeah.
President West Wing!
No, it's President West Wing.
Oh, President Wing.
No, it's West Wing. That's his last
President
name.
Wing.
No, President West Wing.
President Michael West Wing.
Yes, no, it's President Michael West Wing.
President West Wing.
No,
Exactly, there we go.
My dog's name is Mike Hat.
Stop it! We're not going to talk about that. We're saving that for the Halloween special. Because that was the scariest movie I've ever had to watch.
Alright, you done talking about Spawn?
I'd never feared for my life more than in that film, which we shall not name at this time. Let's see. But favorite, good superhero movie...
it doesn't matter if it's good or bad.
Well, I do really like the first Iron Man. That's a really good one. I like Spider-Man 2. Out of the Spider-Man movies, I think that one's my favorite.
I feel like Spider-Man 2 came out at the right age, for us. We were, 11, 12 when it came out?
You mean after I had... You mean where I was too young to realize how stupid William Dafoe doing... It's over, Spider-Man! As a
Godspeed, Spider-Man!
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
And he throws those
Godspeed, Spider-Man!
Well, he has that grenade that turns people into computers.
Computer skeletons?
Yeah, and Macy Gray's there. Remember that scene?
I do, actually. Well, I'd forgotten about it until you just reminded me. I'm trying to drink my water. I'd prefer you not make the jokes when I'm drinking the water. Would appreciate that. No, you can go now. I'm not drinking the water.
My favorite superhero movie is...
Iron Man 3? Thor the Dark World?
Wow.
The Hulk movie?
Stop. What are you doing?
Either of the Hulk movies, to be honest.
No, the Hulk movie?
I don't know.
The one that was sponsored by Mountain Dew? With Edward Norton?
Edward Norton.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Mountain Dew?
Was it sponsored by Mountain Dew?
I don't know. I feel like it was, because Mountain Dew's green, and the Hulk is green.
Lime green. Real bright.
I've never seen the Hulk movies, but as a child, for some reason, that's actually what I thought.
That he drinks Mountain Dew and turns into the Hulk?
Which I thought was stupid. I'm like, I thought he just got mad. And I'm like, so that's why I didn't...
Mad crunked on Mountain Dew?
Well, that's why as a child I didn't drink Mountain Dew, because I'm like... Well,
you didn't want to be the Hulk when you were a kid?
Well, no, because I thought, the drink was that bad.
Oh. It would open a Pandora's box. You would be the Hulk forever.
Well,
you would always
no, because in my mind I thought, well, I know he returns back to the normal state. So after he's pissed out the Mountain Dew... After the Hulk in his purple shorts.
So I'm going to have to cop out on my favorite movie and say it's just The Dark Knight, because it feels like a cop-out, but that's what it is. Anyway, The Dark Knight isn't just a great superhero movie, it's a great film. Even though it was written by Christopher Nolan, who thinks that every audience he makes a movie for is fucking retarded, still a great movie. I only have a couple problems with it. And they're called Maggie Gyllenhaal. Even though I'm like, ooh, she's not Katie Holmes, where you're like, ooh, Katie Holmes is a lawyer? I don't think so. At least with her, you're like, oh, she probably actually is a lawyer. But Batman and Harvey Dent fighting over her? No.
She's got a great personality, Gage.
No!
She loves to laugh.
No! Because Harvey Dent gets arrested, and and Michael Caine's, she's like, how could Bruce do this? And he's like, I think
I'm the Batman.
I think him and Harvey got a plan. They're just gonna do what's right. She's like, it's unfair, and she runs away. And then he's like, I'm okay. I'm Michael Caine.
Do you like how the iconic villain Two-Face was murdered?
I don't like that
by getting pushed off of a one-story.
I don't like that, but it fits so well thematically that it's fine. I don't hate it. The Joker is the best incarnation of the Joker. Not Jared Leto. Heath Ledger, he lives it, man. He's the movements, the mannerisms.
That's why he died?
No, he died because he took a handful of pills.
Well, because the Joker was too much.
No! Michael J. White, I've quoted him. They're like, what was the joke? What was Jared... fuck! What was Heath Ledger like? I said, he goes, oh, he was really cool. As soon as we said cut, he was just Heath Ledger.
You're really starting to project here.
Oh, because I want Jared Leto to be in the Dark
Joker.
Knight? Yeah, I don't.
You want him to return.
The bad
you want
thing
to
is,
give him a chance.
Thinking about Jared Leto and the Joker so much has started a fusing in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I don't know enough about Jared Leto to ground him in reality, so he's basically that guy who's acting like the Joker now.
Yeah.
Making me mad.
Altogether, the worst superhero movie ever made, alright? We're going to count down from 3. Everyone say it, okay?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Spawn.
Blade
Back in
Trinity.
What did you say?
Back in me.
All right, well.
Harry and the Hendersons.
We'll talk about that.
Howard the Duck.
Ooh!
Not technically a superhero.
It's a comic book movie, though.
I've never read a Howard the Duck comic. Is he a superhero? Does he have superpowers?
He's a detective.
He's a detective duck. So, good story about that. Here's my Howard the Duck story. The creator of Howard the Duck lost, because if you created something under Marvel, they owned it. Mm-hmm. So he's like, hey, I want to do this. And Marvel's like, no, because that's our character. And he's like, okay, well, fuck you guys. So then they did a big crossover with Marvel and Image Comics. So the creator of Howard the Duck was like, ooh, can I get in on that? And they're like, yeah, sure. So it's a Savage Dragon Howard the Duck crossover. And in the end, you see Howard the Duck goes back to Marvel. And then there's another duck. And he like wipes off some face paint, and that's Howard the Duck. It's a good thing we sent the decoy over with those guys. So then the real Howard the Duck lives on in Image Comics. He's all, but I have to take an alias. That way people don't come searching for me. So it's like Steve the Duck. Mm-hmm. Or something like that.
That's good.
That's my interesting Howard the Duck
story. It's not good, but that's a good story.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think every bad superhero movie has one thing in common. David S. Goyer.
David S. Goyer didn't direct Mac and Me.
He didn't direct Harry and the Hendersons either.
Harry and the Hendersons is a great movie. Kevin Peter Hall's in it. So good.
Well, you know that Harry's a gay Bigfoot, right?
Well, yeah, because Kevin Peter Hall died of AIDS.
From Harry? Yeah. That's where he got it?
Well, he is Harry. And the guy who's in the Predator suit is in the Harry and the Henderson suit.
No, I know. The suit came alive.
Oh, and took advantage of him?
Well, they drugged the suit and held it at gunpoint and said, if you don't act and have sex with the man who is just inside you.
And they put him in a cage next to Jared Leto?
Yes.
Anyway, do we get all we needed? I'm reaching a point where I'm going to hit superhero fatigue here pretty soon. Well, like, I already don't care about Doctor Strange. I already don't care about whatever the next DC movie is. I think
isn't it Justice League?
No, it's Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Marvel movies have gotten to a point where I'm very bored with them.
Yeah, unless something I don't see anything interesting with them happening.
I'm looking forward to Spider-Man.
Okay,
because I like Spider-Man.
If it was like the plot that you had described, then that will be fine. Mm-hmm. If not, then it probably won't be any good. I will suffer through the Vulture this one time. And if they do not put...
Well, it's Michael Keaton!
If they do not...
It's Beetlejuice himself!
If they do not put Venom in something, I will go nuts.
Well, they did. He was in Spider-Man 3.
No, he was not. You will not sit across from me.
What did you think of that Venom movie?
Stop it. Neither of you will sit in the same room as me, trapped in this sweaty salt mine, and tell me that was a Venom film.
Wait, it wasn't Venom? Because I remember...
No, yeah, Topher Grace played Venom. He played Eddie Brock, who becomes Venom.
It was Venom, right?
I can understand your confusion because it doesn't start out with
this
him.
Podcast will only be me after I murder the two of you for insulting me.
Well, you won't have to murder me. I think the Mexican cartel's coming to do that.
Well, no, I'm going to kill you first. You may have insulted the Mexicans by giving them bad cocaine.
No, I gave them rock salt.
You've insulted.
He gave them good rock salt, which is bad.
You've insulted me worse.
But it was Venom, though, right? Like, yes. Spider-Man banged those poles together?
Yes, they even did the whole iconic scene where it's the Sonics that gets his suit to strip off of him.
Yeah.
It's iconic, and they played it to a T exactly how it is in the comic books.
It's Eric Foreman as Venom.
Yeah.
Can you imagine it panning over to him? I just really hate Peter Parker for getting me fired from my job for photoshopping a picture.
You're trash, Brock. Your pictures are fake.
You can't see it. I'm doing the...
Yeah, you're doing the part where he's swagging down the street.
And then he punches that bitch in the face.
Yeah.
Does he punch her in the face?
He slaps her.
Why?
To show that he's a bad guy. Oh. That's the line you can't cross.
This is a movie. I'm a bad guy.
Because at the start he's like, "Hey, baby, I see you," and we're like, "Hey, maybe Peter Parker shouldn't be doing that." And then he's like doing like a dance number. I'm like, he shouldn't be doing that. And then he slaps her. I'm like, whoa, that's an escalation. Like you're not supposed. And that's when we finally realize that he's evil. I guess.
Yeah. Okay, I want to talk about Marvel movies. They're really well made, but I don't care anymore. Okay. Like Civil War, give it like a 6 out of 10.
Okay. Oh wow, you're being way more gracious than I would be.
I was really bored during it.
I wasn't, just because I could rip on the movie.
Well, then I hate the scene where he kisses that chick so he could establish that Captain America's not gay.
No, but he is.
And even though he doesn't really know that chick.
Oh, and don't give me that lazy route if he's a bisexual. Pick one. You can't have both, Steve Rogers.
Wouldn't it be interesting if the ice left him impotent and he's like, well, even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Has he had sex since he got out of the ice?
With Bucky.
No wonder he's so angry all the time.
He's very moody.
Yeah.
Well, it's because Bucky won't let him top, because Bucky's been brainwashed into being the dominant.
Anyway, I already know that none of those characters are going to die, because they already were like, oh, Bucky Barnes, 10-picture deal, he's going to be in Black Panther. Alright, well, I know he's not going to die. Captain America didn't die. Nobody died.
I bet Steve Rogers is taking it in the ass from the Black Panther, too.
That was the beginning of the end for Marvel movies, I think, when they announced their schedule. Because at the very beginning, it's like, Iron Man sets up this movie, it's got a cameo from Robert Downey Jr., and like, what's going to come next? And then the excitement's kind of gone.
We have the next 50 years worth of...
Ooh, no, I'm excited for Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
And you know what? You know the only reason Stan Lee is alive is because they drugged him and held him at gunpoint and said, if you don't cameo in every Marvel movie forever...
He made a deal with the devil. He's like, if we keep making these Marvel
No, he made a deal with Malboja.
Do your Stan Lee voice again?
Greetings, true believers. If we make these Marvel movies, I get to cameo in every one. And then immediately he's like, you gotta keep making them. I'm not ready to die.
Excelsior.
What was this thing? He's like, you know how you make the DC movies good? You put Stan Lee in them.
I'd be okay with Stan Lee, like, cheekily cameoing in a DC movie.
They should just sell the rights to Marvel Studios, because that's a film studio.
Oh, yeah?
And just like, okay, you guys, can you make these movies? Because Warner Brothers is shit in the bed.
Yeah, the two people I'm most afraid of dying, and they're right on the edge. They're hanging from a thread, and there's a
Mel Brooks.
No, not Mel Brooks. And
you're not sad when Mel Brooks dies?
I'll be kind of, but not as much as these other two. And so they're hanging from a thread here, and I'm wearing a blindfold, swinging a katana around. It's an extra long one too. It's like 15 feet long.
It's Todd McFarlane.
That's.
I think it's Todd.
We're not going to get any more variant covers of Todd McFarlane.
No. It's Hugh Hefner and that guy we were just talking about.
Stanley.
You're so just you can't even remember his fucking Hugh Hefner, really?
Yeah.
He hasn't contributed much good.
You know why? I'm related to him. You knew that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is just another way for Lane to drop the "I'm related to Hugh Hefner" card. Okay.
All right, let's talk about.
And I'm pissed because I'm not inheriting the Playboy Mansion. In fact, they just sold it for $10 million.
That's it?
$100 million, sorry.
That's it?
Well, haven't you read like the confessionals by Playboy Bunnies and like that place smells like he pisses his pants. Like he's old. He can't keep it up.
Wait, hold on. The whole mansion can't smell.
Well, he
just Uncle Hugh can't be pissing in every room in the mansion.
No, he just walks around in peace.
It's just decadence.
No, where's Hugh? Let's find the freshest pea trail. All right, I'll be sad when Mel Brooks dies.
Okay.
And when John Carpenter dies. Not so much towards...
I'm sorry, who? I'm kidding. I know who John Carpenter is. I was about to do a bit, but we're good.
A what?
A goof, a gaff.
A joke.
A spoof.
A trick.
Exactly. Okay, and who are you going to be most... You only get to pick two.
Okay. Michael Jackson, I don't think I'll be able to handle it. He's such a legend.
Okay.
Oh, he doesn't know.
Know what?
You guys don't know?
Know what?
News travels slow on the Saltmines, Gage. You got some hot piece of info you come out with
that
a new album?
That Elvis Presley is still alive?
Well, no, that's true. But Michael Jackson, he's dead.
Oh, he faked his death. I knew you were going to try and joke with us.
But I saw the funeral. Brooke Shields was there.
No, he faked his death.
What? How do you know this?
Well, because haven't you seen?
He came out with 2 albums after he supposedly died,
and a movie.
This is it.
No, you guys, those were already done.
No, they weren't. He was in them.
But they came out after he died.
He didn't do a Bruce Lee where he died and then they just taped his face to a mirror.
They just pumped a vacuum into his vocal cords.
That's exactly what they did. A producer came down with a big cigar and goes, guys, don't worry.
Hey,
we'll Bruce Lee him.
Let's stop. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Anyway, so you'll be saddest when Michael Jackson does. Who else?
Paul McCartney, probably.
Really?
See, most of, like, post-1980, his musical output is just absolute dross.
Well, he made the worst Christmas song in the world.
He's made the worst and he's made the best.
I think that man's face will fall off before he dies.
It's coming down.
When I talk about Stan Lee and Hugh Hefner hanging from a thread, that's Paul McCartney's face.
Have you seen his son? His son looks as old as him and is more bald and more fat. And I'm like, you got the worst genetic hand that could have been dealt to.
Oh, you know who else I'll be sad?
Doesn't his wife only have one leg?
He divorced her.
Is this the son of that woman?
I think so. Yeah.
So he's just wrong genetically. He's
Yeah.
genetic.
The son of the pirate woman.
So,
Aye, Paul. I've only got one leg.
You're not going to hang out with wings again, are ye? You'll be walking the plank if you're late for dinner again.
I'll be holding you at gunpoint.
Your boy's been in there with the vaporizer all day. He's gonna look old as you someday.
Wait, the Vaporizer, the brother of the Violator from Spawn?
well, because people were like pulling up an imaginary like second generation of the Beatles, and they're like Donnie Harrison, he looks exactly like George Harrison, and they're like Zach Starkey, he looks exactly like Ringo, and he plays the drums for the Who, and they're like Julian Lennon, he can sing, and they're like, I don't even remember his name.
Steve McCartney.
The other McCartney. And they just show the picture of him. It's just like Paul on a bad day.
Which one's the one they replaced with the clone?
Oh, Paul.
Oh, so the one that's still alive? Yeah. Oh, he's alive because it's a clone.
Okay. You know what's great is I was making a joke that the son of Gene Roddenberry was named Rod. Well, yeah, good old Rod Roddenberry is carrying on there. And then my dad looks at me and goes, you know his name's really Rod Roddenberry, right? And I'm all, how irresponsible of someone to name their son Rod Roddenberry.
But back to the topic of people will be sad when they die. Leonard Nimoy.
We really glossed over superhero movies. That's fine. They're not very interesting to talk about.
No, yeah, that's a good jumping off point because everybody.
So when Leonard Nimoy dies, you'll be sad?
Yeah, that'll be pretty depressing.
What about James Doohan or DeForest Kelly?
Nah, I'll be okay when they go.
Oh, okay.
When it's their time, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I feel you.
Leonard Nimoy, not a second sooner.
Can we talk about how good Star Trek 6 is? And it's probably better than Wrath of Khan, and nobody thinks that?
I've literally only seen Star Trek 1 and Star Trek 6.
Have you heard my
Star Trek 6 is so good.
Have you heard my theory on why people think
fun.
Wrath of Khan is the best one?
No, Wrath of Khan is the best one. Hold on, but why you don't like Star Trek 6?
This actually might be Star Trek 5 that I'm thinking.
Is it the one where they find God? Why does God need a starship?
No, I can't.
Jim, you don't ask the Almighty for his ID. No?
No, that okay.
What's the plot of the movie you saw?
Bones is sent for some reason. He's on like a prison planet.
Yeah, him and Kirk.
Okay, so this must be it.
They framed him for assassinating the Klingon.
Yes. Okay,
It's a good movie. There's a nice mystery plot.
okay, because the only scene
It's
I
not
remember.
as mysterious as how they got those whales onto the ship.
Well, that's not mysterious. All they transport them on the ship.
No, it's pretty mysterious for the whales how they got there.
Oh yeah, they were bewildered.
The only scene I remember is
They held those whales at gunpoint and told them to act really surprised.
Captain, there be whales, or there be consequences.
is McCoy kicks an alien in the knee, and he goes down.
Oh, that's where his balls are.
Yeah, and he
no,
goes,
it's Kirk kicks him in the knee. God damn it!
Okay, I swear.
And they spoof that in Men in Black 2.
I don't think that's a direct spoof.
No, he's a Balchinian.
He's a Balchinian. You should give Star Trek 6 a second chance.
Okay,
It's very good.
Men in Black 2.
Christopher Plummer's in there, and he's a Klingon that likes Shakespeare. Is it time to read emails?
do we get a few emails?
Yeah, I'm gonna
from
read,
the outside world.
Yeah, I'm gonna read a few emails.
Okay.
Okay. We have an email here from Humble Bundle.
Okay.
Humble Bundle 17 is here.
Okay. Thank you, Humble Bundle.
And the text here just says simply because Octodad makes the world a brighter place.
Wait, so did we get what's in the Humble Bundle? Did we get them? They sent us that, right? Because they like the show?
No, they just were telling us that it's here.
Well,
they were doing that as for like a sponsorship thing,
can you dictate an email back to them and say, hey, we plug you all the time on our show? Why don't
Are we plugging the Humble Bundle? Everyone go out and get a Humble Bundle.
Games for which you pay less money.
All right, we have another email from
All right.
First name Firehouse, last name Subs. Welcome to Firehouse Rewards. It reads, you can earn more great rewards like meal upgrades and free food by giving your phone number to the cashier every time you eat at Firehouse Subs. Mm-hmm. You'll get 1 point for every 1 cent you spend.
Hey, I gave my phone number to the cashier at Firehouse Subs.
Oh, we have one here from Star Wars The Old Republic.
Oh, wow. Wow, they're emailing us? Or are they telling us that they're shutting down all the servers?
No, it says return and instantly unlock the 16-chapter Knights of the Fallen Empire saga. That's really nice of them to send that to our email.
Well, did George Lucas direct it?
Well, no, because he's dead.
Oh, yeah, I did hear about that.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten. He's just such a non-entity at this point.
And that's it. Those are all the emails this week. Thanks everyone for writing in.
Only 4 emails.
Well, the internet's really slow in here. That's all I could load up. So send your emails to saltmineradio@gmail.com. So that's the end of the show. Any final closing thoughts, Lane?
I've been drugged and held at gunpoint to make this podcast. And
is that the name of this week's episode? Drugged and held at gunpoint?
I think so. Cause
that's a bit that we've gone back to a few times.
He keeps going back to it. I didn't go back to it.
Jared Leto was
drugged
and held at gunpoint.
He went back to it 4 times.
The whales were drugged and held at gunpoint.
Chappie was held at gunpoint.
That was him every single time. I refused to participate. I mean, I participated.
This is like
this bit? Do you like this bit? Because it's coming back.
A bit?
I'm holding this gun. at Rift Point.
At Rift Point.
And I'm forcing it to do a bit. Where I reference this bit.
Sam, do you have any closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts. Pop music is going to get worse before it gets better because this summer everybody dropped their summer smash songs and now they're back in the studio.
Will it ever get better? Will music ever get good?
Ooh.
And I don't mean, I'm not trying to be like the GG. I'm saying like get, G-E-T-G-O-O-D. Get good. Will it ever become better?
Music in general is always getting better because our tech's always getting better. The potential is definitely there, but Top 40 is getting more and more simple over time.
Well, Daft Punk hasn't made an album in a while.
Yeah, it's been three years. Eventually, it's just going to be a kick drum at 120 BPM and a C note on the piano every 8th note, and that's going to be every song.
I don't know dick about music, but that sounds pretty horrifying.
And my final thought is that Quentin Tarantino, I know you can make the greatest movie ever made. So can you stop saying the N-word and shooting people and just make that movie, please? Thanks.
I think he can do it if he says the N-word and shoots people.
Well, he could. Have you ever seen interviews with him or other directors like, you're really good, Quentin? Oh, yeah, I do. No, you don't understand. Your movies all don't have to be the same, right? Well, no, it's just the style. No, you don't understand. You could make the best movie ever made. I know.
Well, you know that he's only making one more movie and then he's done forever.
It better be the best movie ever made.
It won't be.
Because he could make it.
It'll be the worst movie ever.
See, I don't know, though, because...
Get this on record. I'm calling it right now. Quentin Tarantino's last movie will be the worst movie ever made by Quentin Tarantino. Not the worst movie ever made. That goes to several other choice films that I will not mention.
Like Blade Trinity.
Okay, that's not the one I was thinking.
Anyway.
Maybe we need to talk about Blade Trinity at some point. It really sounds like you want to get it off your chest.
I have a lot of... No, I'm good.
Well, that was that. That was our Blade Trinity review.
Yeah, you guys go ahead and head out. I'm just going to sit here for a little bit till the smoke blows over from that drug deal.
Well, why don't you... Okay, well, I'm going to...
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Right, I'm taking off.
They're out there.
Who?
Yeah, him? Yeah, no, he's right in here.
Who's that?
What's them?
Don't let them in. What? Oh. God.